All right, well, welcome everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the Commissioner meeting of November 22nd, 2022 at 6 p.m. here at Sussex County Administrative Center, the Commissioner meeting room in Newton, New Jersey. And I will ask Christina to please call the roll.
Deputy Director Carney?
Here.
Commissioner Fantasia?
Here.
Director Fasano?
Here.
Commissioner Space?
Here.
Commissioner Yardley?
Here.
Great, we have a full house. Our next item, I'll ask if you can please rise with us for a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice is defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231, PL 1975, has been made by regular mail and email. Such notice being submitted on October 28, 2022, from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located up on Spring Street in Newton, New Jersey, to the following: the New Jersey Herald, the Star Ledger, WSUS Radio, and WNNJ Radio, and is also posted on the bulletin board maintained in the Administrative Center for Public Announcements and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. At this time, we'd like to remind you to please mute all electronic devices. Item 5 on our agenda is the approval of our agenda, and I do have a few changes to announce first. First being item 13N on our agenda. For our commissioners, that's all the way at the end of your packet. Is going to be tabled pending further discussion in tonight's executive session. The board anticipates to take action after we return to regular session. Second, there is a correction to item 15 in our financial portion. Item A is a resolution for payment of bills list A, that's the abstention list, for November 22, 2022. And we will be adding item B, which is the payment of regular bills for November 22nd, 2022. And lastly, there is also, in addition to tonight's executive session agenda, we will be adding an item under number 8, which is discussions regarding the Sussex County Technical School, under item 8 on our executive session agenda. So with those three small little changes, do we have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Fantasia moves, Commissioner Carney seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. We have no proclamations or certificates or presentations tonight. We also have no public hearings tonight. So that brings us to item 8, which is our first public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make a comment of 3 minutes or less regarding an agenda item. Please line up and maintain a 6 feet social distance with other attendees, and state your name, your municipality, and your agenda topic for the record. Is there a motion to open the floor for public comment this evening?
So moved.
Commissioner Space moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Yardley seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? And the floor is now open for our first public comment regarding agenda items. Is there anyone who wishes to be heard? Matt, you out there. Hearing none, is there a motion to close the floor for public comment?
So moved.
Commissioner Carney moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Fantasia seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. That moves us to item 9 on our agenda, which is our commissioner comments. And as always, we'll start to my left with
Thank you.
Commissioner Space.
I'm going to be brief. Division of Social Services. The 15th annual Stuff the Bus food drive to benefit the Sussex County Social Services Food Pantry was a huge success. iHeartMedia 103.7 WNNJ and 102.3 WSUS hosted the food drive over this past weekend at the Lakeland Bank in Sparta and at the Franklin ShopRite Sparta, ShopRite Byram, and Newton ShopRites. Local police departments also participated at various locations to cram the cruiser with donations during this community effort. The Sussex County community was extremely supportive and generous to help their neighbors in need. This year, 75,000 pounds of food was collected, 15,000 pounds more than last year, as well as 5,000 in monetary donations. Since the first Stuff the Bus drive was held in 2008, over 1 million pounds of food and over $100,000 has been donated to the Social Services Food Pantry. If anyone is in need of food for themselves or their family, contact the Division of Social Services at 973-383-3600 during regular office hours, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 4:30. Social Services for the Homeless contract. There is a resolution on the agenda this evening for Sussex County to receive an additional $25,000 in social services for the homeless funds for this year to utilize the Code Blue response for emergency overnight shelter and homeless hotline services. This funding is crucial for Sussex County in order to increase shelter options for our residents at risk of or experiencing homelessness. I attended the Stuff the Bus on Saturday, and it was nice to see a lot of people stopping and asking what they needed before they went in and shopped. So that was wonderful. And then on Saturday night, I went to the graduation for the Fire Academy, and we had over 40 graduates in Firefighter 1, 2, and 3. So, and our volunteers are crucial to protecting Sussex County, and they put in a lot of effort and takes a lot of time away from their families. So we thank them for what they do and what they will be doing. And then also, you know, I'm not going to touch on the bear thing. We'll let Dawn do that. We were all very happy to see that the governor is allowing the bear hunt. And when I got here, I received a text that a bear was hit on 206 in Sandiston with possible injuries to the people in the car. So we'll hope that they are okay. And another reason that we need to do that.
Thank you, Commissioner Space. Commissioner Fantasia.
Thank you. I'm going to start this evening with information from the Division of Health. COVID-19 vaccination clinics will be updated on the Sussex County website as they are scheduled. And public health nursing continues to provide weekly homebound vaccinations for those who are interested. Again, free at-home COVID-19 tests continue to be offered through a program sponsored by the County of Sussex, and now it is limited to Vault Medical Services who are providing that. So where we are at right now, the COVID-19 activity level report indicates that Sussex County is medium level of activity, which is code yellow. We are all reporting about 100% of Omicron and its variants, and for this past week we've been reporting on average about 40 cases daily. In the month of November so far, there were 23 hospitalizations, in contrast to October, which had 82, which was a little bit of a spike. So we see a downward shift now. I know we are not to the very end of November yet, but that is promising when we look at that ratio there. But if you are interested in any further information on that, please visit our website, sussex.nj.us, which leads me a little bit into my next topic. We were in receipt of a letter that came from the State of New Jersey Department of Human Services, the Division of Aging Services, and they've completed their annual programmatic and fiscal assessment of the Sussex County Division of Senior Services. And their findings were the Sussex County Division of Senior Services was commended for its dedication and service to seniors and their caregivers. Definitely had strengths, best practices. Our local agency was able to continue to provide meals to the more vulnerable congregate nutrition clients through the Grab and Go program. They played an intricate role in assisting seniors in accessing the COVID vaccines. They completed multiple outreach events in 2021 for seniors, a Caregivers Expo, Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, Sussex County Day. The state found that the website is user-friendly with useful resources for the senior services. Definitely there was a broad array of services offered. There was even classes managing falls. for elderly if you were, a caregiver. Emergency preparedness. Our division participated in training such as active shooter training, hazard communications, right to know, bloodborne pathogens, fire extinguisher training, some information regarding elder rights to prevent abuse, neglect, exploitation. It was a very, very vibrant set of offerings that our local agency offered here in Sussex County, and we were commended by the Department of Health and Human Services. So congratulations and thank you to our employees who just continue to do an outstanding job serving the public. Now to segue a bit into my next update, as we are all aware, the bear hunt has been reinstated. It is still considered in an emergency status. There will be a 30-day comment period, whether or not that will be codified for the following 7 years, the Comprehensive Black Bear Management Policy. It's definitely approved through emergency rulemaking, and it was due to increased public safety concerns associated with the growing bear population. And if you visit the DEP website, they definitely give you many reasons, many justifications based upon the data and the science that this board, District 24 and Northwest New Jersey, has been pushing and pushing. And again, I had said that, perhaps the governor was turning a blind eye to science, but the math was irrefutable, and I stand by that. So you are aware state lands will also be reopened to bear hunting. You may hunt bears on any state, private, municipal, county, or federal land open to bear hunting and for which you have permission. Now, there are a couple regulatory changes this year. Hunters may not attempt to take or kill a black bear weighing less than 75 pounds or less than 50 pounds fully dressed. Hunters may not attempt to take or kill an adult black bear that's in the presence of cubs, so small bears weighing less than 75 pounds. And again, there is no bear baiting that will be permitted. That is in sharp contrast to deer, because deer are, you are allowed to hunt under those circumstances. The black bear season dates, we say better late than never here. The dates are December 5th through the 10th. That's shotgun and muzzle loader only, half an hour before sunrise to half an hour after sunset. You may bag one bear only. Also, the cumulative harvest rate, if it reaches 30% of bears tagged, the season will be closed. However, if the harvest rate does not reach 20% of the estimated population in that time period, the hunt will be extended to Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th. Black bear hunting permits, a total of 11,000, will be distributed in the state of New Jersey, so you are aware. So again, we've gotten a fair amount of media coverage on this, which I'm very happy about. Even the Disneyfication and the cute cuddliness that has been shoved on us and the people who suffer here, it's nice to see that this is not the case any longer. We had some coverage by national press outlets, some of the New York media outlets. We were in the Wall Street Journal as well, and I'm very happy that it moved in this direction and good sense prevailed in order to protect people. So moving along, there's one other thing that came out of Trenton. The 16 members of the Senate Republican caucus sent a letter today to Senate President Nicholas Scutari, urging the Democratic majority to stop stonewalling a legislative investigation of the continuing failures at state-run veterans' homes. And that is an issue that is very close to this board's heart, being that we are entangled in pending litigation regarding the state's refusal to provide us information regarding the pandemic and the incidents that took place at Andover Subacute, or I should say the former Andover Subacute, that resulted in hundreds of unnecessary deaths since the start of the pandemic. So the letter followed reports of new outbreaks in these homes, additional deaths, and warnings from the federal government that Medicare and Medicaid funding could be withheld due to mismanagement that leaves individuals at risk. So again, what does that sound reminiscent of? It sounds reminiscent of exactly what we experienced prior to the closing of Andover Subacute. So you can visit the Senate website, which is really full of information. You can see the text of the entire letter if you visit the Senate Republican website here in New Jersey. And I think the last paragraph of their letter was very impactful. It says, "We hope you will agree that we have a responsibility to use the powers afforded to us by the New Jersey Constitution to perform an independent legislative investigation to improve protections for the residents of our state-run veterans' homes. We urge you to join us in supporting the passage of SR 32 in this extremely important endeavor." So again, hats off to D24 and to all of the Senate Republicans for pushing forward on that. Also, there is some legislation that is coming out yesterday that was just unbelievably unconstitutional, unbelievably laughable, and is going to cause multiple problems moving forward. I'll just tell you a little synopsis. It's a bill that was approved yesterday in the legislature that makes various revisions to requirements for obtaining firearm purchaser identification cards, permits to purchase handguns and permit to carry handguns, and codifies sensitive places in which firearms and weapons are prohibited. About 3 years ago, I sat up here in this dais and I gave a very detailed explanation about how the current laws, firearms laws, just inherently and historically have been biased. They've been discriminatory and downright racist, to the point now where we did have a sitting assemblyman in District 27 also make reference to that, stating that the people in areas such as Patterson, Elizabeth, and Camden should not have guns in their hands. And he was referring to law-abiding citizens in the wake of people killed with illegal firearms there. Just most recently, a woman who was delivering food through a food delivery service was shot dead. And this sitting assemblyman from a very affluent district with an average median income per year of $140,000, with a net worth himself of over $1 million, absolutely thought that we should keep guns out of the hands of black and brown and socioeconomically disadvantaged. And I found that to be particularly disgusting. I don't think that this legislation is going to hold any water in any capacity. I think it's going to be overturned because it's absolutely unconstitutional. And just to give you an idea of the scope, there are 4 pages of places in this document where you may not bring a concealed carry weapon. So it is unbelievably restrictive, unbelievably short-sighted, again, and puts law-abiding citizens in danger. And just continues to be a problem. I believe Assemblyman Wirths yesterday on the floor stated that they are looking for a problem, when they already have the solution, and I could not agree more. And last but not least, we were down at the League of Municipalities. It was great to see some of our colleagues from across the state. We participated in one of the, legislative updates. It's very interesting to see the House Majority and Minority Speaker and the Senate Minority and Majority Speaker, and listen to them take questions from the public. It was different mayors and just different municipal officials got up and asked questions about direct impact, affordable housing. There are lots to learn down at that conference, and we also had the pleasure of attending one of the Atlantic City Councilmen's breakfasts where we shared some information from up north here and got to hear some Central and South Jersey perspective. There's a new sheriff in South Jersey who had unseated an individual who was there. He's an African-American gentleman who ran on the Republican ticket, and he did take out the incumbent. And he was wonderful, and he's looking forward to speaking with our sheriff and kind of getting to know us up here in this area. So that's my report for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Fantasia. Commissioner Yardley.
Thank you. The New Jersey governors, we value our Veterans Award. Sussex County has been awarded a prestigious award. It's the New Jersey Governors We Value Our Veterans Award for outstanding support of the United States Armed Forces. I attended along with the confidential, not confidential, it's, but your title is Administrative Assistant?
Confidential aid.
Chief of Staff. Okay, I'm sorry. It's written, unfortunately, confidential, but Chief of Staff Christine Marks and Senior Services Director Lorraine Hens. And I accepted the award on behalf of the county at the Veterans Day ceremony, November 11th, at the Vietnam War Memorial in Homedale. It was presented by the New Jersey Department of Military and Veteran Affairs. It's disposed upon communities that value and honor sacrifice, patriotism, bravery displayed by our men and women who have worn the military uniform. It's an honor for Sussex County to receive this award. We value our veterans. It represents the hard work done by our county to support and honor our veterans within the community. It was an opportunity that I saw and worked starting in the beginning of the year to gather all of the important things that we do for our veterans. I think sometimes people forget that we're doing so many things. We just do that for granted, and we love our veterans here. And I think it's an opportunity for us to appreciate them, and this is an opportunity where the governor has, it's his award. He created this to recognize that, and I'm so happy that we were able to win this award or receive one. We were one of 3 counties that received the award. So congratulations to our veterans, but congratulations to the staff that does the outreach to the community and our veterans. They're doing a great job. So kudos to them. Also, we have a senior citizen support group. The meeting will be a virtual Zoom from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Friday, December 2nd. The group helps to reduce the negative effects of stress and increase physical and psychological wellness of a caregiver. That information can be gotten from Senior Services at 973-579-0555, extension 1288. We have the AARP Smart Driver course that will be held at the main library on December 15th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is a 2-day, 3-hour course per day. Upon completion, offers participants a deduction in their insurance premium for 3 years. Motorists over the age of 50 are welcome to attend the class. There's a fee of $25 for non-AARP members and $20 for AARP members. And you can get information at 973-579-0555, and that's the Division of Senior Services. And Public Health Nursing has a comprehensive metabolic profile held December 17th from 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. at the Office of Public Health Nursing at Wheatsworth Road in Hamburg. There's a fee of $50 payable by cash or check. Appointments are required and can be scheduled by calling 973-579-0570, extension 1211. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Yardley. Deputy Director Carney.
Thank you, Director, and thank you, Commissioner Yardley, for attending that Veterans Memorial invite. I feel like this year we've won a lot of awards, the county, seems like all in general, so that shows that our county employees do a great job, and they have the support of the Commissioner Board as well. I think that's important to point out. I'll be very brief. I have one announcement from the NJTPA. The NJTPA announced a program of $43 million in federal coronavirus response and relief supplement appropriations act, which is a CRRSAA. Got all that? Funding to 7 New Jersey transit projects to improve their system on November 9th, 2022. This funding will be included in the NJTPA's fiscal year 22 to 25 Transportation Improvement Program, aka TIP. This funding will help to advance critical New Jersey transit projects for the region, including bus garage, electrification, sustainability projects, and first and last mile transportation solutions, which are so important to the region's workforce. Morris Canal Greenway projects contained in the NJTPA's Morris Canal Greenway Plan are approaching major milestones. This includes a Waterloo Village restoration project in our county, Sussex. This project, which is the design phase, will restore 3 Morris Canal-related historic buildings. These are the Seymour R. Smith House, the Waterloo Hotel, and the Tennant House. I'm sure Anthony went on a class trip there a few years ago. Total cost for this phase of work is $3 million. This is very important. This is actually a bridge that I built. Design work has begun on the Roseville Tunnel Restoration Project, on the Lackawanna Cut, off-rail project by New Jersey transit. Survey work is underway by the engineering firm on this project from County Route 613 and Roseville Road to east of the tunnel on the rail line. This is the first phase of this design build project, which is good. Right? We're talking about that for a long time. Happy to see that, continuing. I forgot 3 weeks ago when we were, I guess when we were here, yes, we were here, it was our first meeting back here. We had the Honey and Garlic Festival, Sussex County Honey and Garlic Festival, which I'm not sure if anybody attended, but I was there. There was a lot of people selling honey and garlic. It was a good event, and kudos to Autumn Silvestri and everybody who puts that together. It was more interesting than I thought, and there was a lot. It was a good showing. There's a lot of people that attended, which was neat. I too went to League of Municipalities, went to a few classes with Christina Marks. I sat on the in one class, or the forum that we had with, as Dawn said, with our minority and majority leaders, which is very interesting. I learned a lot from the questions that were asked pertaining to things that did not meet legislators' influence, I guess we'll say. So I was happy that I didn't have any questions like that. That's for sure. But it was good. All in all, it was very good. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you, Deputy Director Carney, and thanks to all who are joining us tonight. I will keep my report brief. I just wanted to start with an excellent demonstration I was able to be part of today with our small business assistance team, made up of our county partners, county staff. Albietta, our CFO, was there. Ron Tappan, our administrator, was there, and our president of the Sussex County Chamber of Commerce, where we actually got to see and interact with the grant application process, which will be easy for our small businesses to use and navigate, with plenty of live support available to them as well. I'm extremely pleased, especially after today, with the progress of this initiative, and we do anticipate our official opening of Sussex County Small Business Assistance Program website, where businesses can submit their applications directly, to take place within the next 2 weeks or so. So we will have much more information on that for our small business community. You should expect to see it on our websites, the websites of our municipalities in Sussex County, of course our Chamber of Commerce. Business owners registered through them should be getting this link directly to get out the word to help our small business community at the time that they could really use it. And finally, on our agenda tonight, you'll see many items granting authorization or reauthorization for the county or areas of the county to make purchases from various co-ops in the area, which helps us ensure that we can find the best price for materials throughout the upcoming year. So I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and that concludes my report this evening as well. So we'll move to item 10 on our agenda, which is the approval of our consent agenda. Do we have a motion to adopt the consent agenda items A and B?
So moved.
Commissioner Space moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Yardley seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. Item 11 is the approval of our regular meeting minutes from November 9th. Do we have a motion to approve those minutes?
Still move.
Commissioner Carney moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Space seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And I will abstain to that. Item 12 on our agenda is appointments and resignations. We have 2. Do we have a motion to adopt resolutions 12A and B?
So moved.
Commissioner Space moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Carney seconds. Any discussion? Christine, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Yardley,
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney,
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia,
Yes.
Director Fasano.
Yes. Item 13 on our agenda is our resolutions portion. Is there a motion to adopt resolutions 13A through N as in Mary?
So moved.
Commissioner Fantasia moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Space seconds. Any discussion? 13A through N. Hearing none. Christina, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Yardley,
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney,
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia,
Yes.
Director Fasano.
Yes. Item 14 is our awards of contract change orders and bids. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex has reviewed the award of contract change orders and bids consisting of various proposed resolutions and determined that adoption of said resolutions is in and will further the public interest. Is there a motion for items 14A through P?
Still moved.
Commissioner Carney moves. Is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner Space seconds. Any discussion? Christina, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Yardley?
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia?
Yes.
Director Fasano.
Yes. 15A is the payment of bills list A. Do we have a motion to approve bills list A?
Still moved.
Commissioner Carney moves. Is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner Fantasia seconds. Any discussion? Christina, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Yardley?
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia?
Yes.
Director Fasano?
Yes.
Commissioner Space?
Abstain.
Now, item B is the approval of bills list B. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Space moves. Is there a
Second.
second? Commissioner Yardley seconds. Any discussion? Christina, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Yardley?
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia?
Yes.
Director Fasano.
Yes. Item 16 is our personnel agenda this evening. Do we have a motion to adopt the personnel agenda?
So moved.
Commissioner Space moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Carney seconds. Any discussion? Christina, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Yardley?
Yes.
Deputy Director Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Fantasia?
Yes.
Director Fasano.
Yes. Item 17 is our administrative report. Anything from you, Mr. Tappan?
I'll be brief, and first of all, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. After the night's meeting, I'll be headed south to spend time with family we haven't been able to do in 5 years. So I wish all of you the safest and happiest of Thanksgivings. We started CWA contract negotiations this Monday, with the CWA 1032 group, or what was used to be the old 83 group out of social services, and the supervisory group as well. I will say that I'm very happy. The first meeting went well, it was productive, and I look forward to continuing this and getting this done by the end of the year, but we're very focused on that. I got just a bit of New Jersey news I'd like to, some of you may have heard at the league. I hope some of you remembered in my interview, my excruciating interview with the county, I should say. I went through the apprentice school at Newport News Shipbuilding, Dry Dock Company in Virginia. And I'm happy to announce that the new Virginia-class nuclear-powered submarine, the most world-class significant submarine in the fleet in the world, has been named the New Jersey. And here's what is really neat about this particular boat. This boat was built from the keel up as gender interactive, meaning it will have the first female officers assigned to a nuclear-powered submarine in the fleet. Now, that doesn't mean females haven't been on nuclear-powered submarines in the past. They have. But this boat was specifically built to meet the requirements of being gender interactive. So I thought that was a real good communication to give to everybody here in the state of New Jersey. And one of those ships were named after our state. So that being said, that's all I got.
Thank you for that, Rob. County Council report. Anything from you, Mr. Steinhardt?
No, sir, not this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Item 19 on our agenda is any unfinished business. Do we have any unfinished business? Hearing none, item 20 on our agenda is new business. Do we have any new business this evening? Okay, item 21 on our agenda is our second public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make general comments of 3 minutes or less regarding non-agenda topics. Please line up and maintain a 6 feet social distance with other attendees and state your name and municipality for the record. Is there a motion to open the floor for our second public comment session this evening?
I make the motion.
Commissioner Yardley moves. Is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner Space seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? And the floor is now open for our second public comment for non-agenda topics. Does anybody wish to be heard this evening? Hearing none, is there a motion to close the floor for our public comment
So
and
moved.
return to regular business? Commissioner Carney moves. Is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner Fantasia seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. Item 22 is our reminders to please check the county's website, which is sussex.nj.us, for meeting schedules and the latest and greatest from Sussex County. And with that, I will pass it off to Christina to read our executive session resolution for this evening.
So resolution providing for an executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12 et sec. Whereas the subject matters about to be discussed may be excluded from the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of County Commissioners as an exception to the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B. And whereas it appears necessary for the Board of County Commissioners to discuss such matters in executive session. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the Board at this time enter into an executive session from which the public shall be excluded, and be it further resolved that the general nature of the subjects to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated below. Item 4, matters relating to collective bargaining agreements, CWA Local 1032, supervisory, non-supervisory, social services. Item 7, matters relating to litigations and the attorney-client privilege, personnel, policies, insurance review, pending litigation. Item number 8, matters relating to the employment relationship, Sussex County Technical School. Be it further resolved that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners, or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. And be it further resolved that upon completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall reconvene and resume its meeting open to the public. And be it further resolved that the board expects to take formal action after returning from executive session, except to adjourn the regular meeting.
Thank you, Christina. Is there a motion to adopt the executive session resolution
So
and enter
moved.
into executive session this evening? Commissioner Space moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Yardley seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Yes. Okay, we're going back to recording. Okay, we're back from executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn from executive session and return to regular business? I did
So
that?
moved.
Second.
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm saying aye. Okay.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Okay, now I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Adjourn.
Second?
Okay. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining.
Have a great
Meeting adjourned.
Thanksgiving.